Pass.
Pass. Los Alamos was the correct answer there. Los Alamos was the correct answer. Los Alamos National Lab. All right, here comes 5 of 5. Jay Carney replaced Robert Gibbs as President Obama's what? Jay Carney replaced Robert Gibbs as President Obama's what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. His press secretary. His press secretary. All right, new set of 5 here. In 2011, Rolling Stone named Tub Thumping, Barbie Girl, and I'm Too Sexy among the worst songs of what? Farrah.
One Hit Wonders.
That is incorrect. Minus 6 points. I'll read the question for free agent Armada. In 2011, Rolling Stone named Tub Thumping, Barbie Girl, and I'm Too Sexy among the worst songs of what decade?
James, I'd say that's the 1990s.
Yeah.
I really desperately wanted the answer to be Chubbawamba just to be able to say it. But,
So did I. I was like, are we going to ask the artist?
It's like, I know those. Right, said Fred. Yeah, I think we want to guess 90s.
90s final answer. That is correct. All right. 2 of 5. Seth Rogen and Ryan Reynolds have both played movie superheroes with what colorful word in their name? James.
Green.
Green is correct. Here comes 3 of 5. In 2011, Ted Danson replaced Lawrence Fishburne on what popular crime drama? Kevin.
CSI.
CSI. Good for 6 points. 4 of 5. When introducing new Apple products, Steve Jobs was known for sporting what distinct fashion ensemble? James.
Jeans and a black turtleneck.
That is correct for 6 points. That was your... Yep. Thank you, sir. Here comes 5 of 5. When in the air, the famous Goodyear blimps are filled with nearly 203,000 cubic feet of what? When in the air, the famous Goodyear blimps are filled with nearly 203,000 cubic feet of what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Helium. Helium is the answer to that one. All right, final set of pub trivia, 6 points apiece. In the movie Field of Dreams, a mysterious voice inspires a farmer to build what in his... Kevin.
Baseball field.
Baseball field. Correct for 6 points. If anyone saw the Field of Dreams game last week, it was very fun to watch. Continuing on. When kissed, what landmark is said to endow visitors with, quote, gift of gab? What? Hank. You had unmuted, then muted yourself again. You can also hold spacebar down in Zoom to... Oh, there you go.
The Blarney Stone.
Blarney Stone is correct for 6 points. Continuing on. 3 of 5.
I'm sorry, I keep buzzing in too late, so I have my finger really close, but that's backfiring too. I won't do that anymore.
Fantastic. All right, 4 of 5. When President Garfield was shot in 1881, who invented a type of metal detector to try and find the bullet? When President Garfield was shot in 1881, who invented a type of metal detector to try and find the bullet? 5, 4, 3. James?
I want to say it's Alexander Graham Bell.
Are you saying it's Alexander Graham Bell?
Yes.
Then yes, you are correct.
Okay.
6 points.
It's one of those like, oh wait, I've read this trivia before, but I couldn't. It's someone with a famous name.
This is fun. 5 of 5. When ordered venti-sized, what Starbucks drink tops out at more calories 630 than a McDonald's Big Mac? Farrah.
Frappuccino.
Frappuccino is correct for 6 points. Okay. Did those points add? 80, 30. You were at 39, right? Okay. There we go. Okay. We go back to our Jeopardy game board. And we begin with expressions and idioms. Expressions and idioms. 80-45 our score. Plenty of points still available. Everything but the kitchen stove once vied with this now more common phrase meaning the same. Sam.
Everything but the kitchen sink.
That is correct for 2 points. Expressions and idioms for 4 points. In job training or language learning, one method is to let the newbie loose to do one of this opposite watery pair. Hank.
Sink or swim.
Sink or swim is correct for 4 points. Expressions and idioms for 6 points. Let's act aggressively on an issue and play this, another word for the national pastime. Sheena.
Hardball.
Hardball is good for 6 points. Expressions and idioms for 8 points. Originally, it was a magazine illustration of what well-dressed people were wearing. Now it means someone stylish. James.
Fashion plate.
Fashion plate is good for 8 points. Expressions and idioms for 10 points. This 2-word, cooler-sounding way to say second job. James.
Side hustle.
Side hustle is correct for 10 points. All right. Previous manager of mine was concerned my side hustle was taking up too much of my time. And now he messages me about my side hustle because it's now his side hustle too. But anyway, we continue. We go next to True Story. True Story. Natalie Y. Moore examined, quote, the South Side, a portrait of this city, an American... Aaron.
Chicago.
Chicago, where Bad Leroy Brown hails from. That is correct for 2 points. True Story for 4. A gopher is on the cover of the book titled This Comedy Film, The Making of... Farah.
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack is correct. Good for 4 points. A triple stumper on the show. True Story for 6 points. A non-fiction classic by Rabbi Harold Kushner is, quote, when these happen to good people. Aaron.
Bad Things.
Bad Things is good for 6 points. And Aaron, that's your second buzz this category. 8 points. Barack Obama's first book was, quote, Dreams from My Father. His second book was this. James.
Audacity of Hope.
That is correct for 8 points. True Story for 10 points. He wrote of the loss of both his parents in a 5-week span in, quote, James.
Eggers.
Dave Eggers is correct in a heartbreaking work of staggering genius. Good for 10 points. Oh, took 10 away. There we go. All right, final category upcoming. Okay, that didn't work. All right, so we close it out with our final category, which is a generic title. A generic title, and Alex gave this long-winded clue as to what this category was going to be. Each correct response will have a genre in the title. And there is a spot, as you guys are aware, on the internet where somebody has put together many, many moments of me saying the word genre, which I'll get to say often today. So, each correct response will have a genre in the title. Rest in peace, Alex. A generic title, 2 points. It's a puzzle. It's a genre. It's a PBS Masterpiece series. It's a puzzle. It's a... I lost the buzzer for a second. Hank.
Mystery.
Mystery is good for 2 points. A generic title for 4 points. It's a sequence. It's a genre. It's a podcast hosted by Sarah Koenig. Aaron.
Series?
Say again.
A series?
Series is incorrect. Minus 4 points. I'll read it again for Free Agent Armada. It's a sequence. It's a genre. It's a podcast hosted by Sarah Koenig.
Serial.
Yeah.
I thought it was Serial also.
We'll go with Serial.
Serial is correct for 6 points. A generic title for... Oh, sorry, that was for 4 points. My bad. Okay, for 6 points. A generic title. Prince Noctis, Noctis, has work to do in edition XV of this alliterative role. Kevin.
That's fantasy, but the game is Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, good for 6 points. A generic title, and obviously that's 15, but the way they spelled it out here, I read the actual letters. Not that far gone. A generic title for 8 points. In this movie, Robert De Niro kidnaps Jerry Lewis. James.
King of Comedy.
King of Comedy is good for 8 points. And we end with a generic title for 10 points. The movie A Place in the Sun was based on this U.S. novel. James.
An American Tragedy.
An American Tragedy is good for 10 points. Our final score, 152-59. Free Agent Armada will move on to the TPT finals. Well done by them. The Pugilists, whichever we do choose. Great run through the regular season. Was always a pleasure to have you guys here on TPT. I will remind everyone, we were hoping to do Name That Tune and Family Feud as our next games through fall and into the winter. So we'll hope everyone will play that as well, and TPT will be back again next spring. And hopefully will not span 3 months again, but that is just the way this beast goes sometimes. But appreciate everybody playing, and hope you all